Welcome to another episode of Hey, I'm Just a Fan, and let's get into it, man. The Olympics is going on. I feel like there's no faker time than when a lot of Americans become very American. Is the Olympics? All of a sudden, everybody's pro America. Everybody pro America right now. We're trying to get this gold against a bunch of other countries that, if you're being honest, a lot of us don't even know about. We don't even know how to say some of these countries' names. Nothing like that. It's the only time you see them racist white people aggressively rooting for the black athletes. We need you to bring the gold home, baby. Bring the gold home to America. But it's a fun time. It's fun to watch the Olympics. The Olympics right now is in Paris. I think as of right now, as I'm looking at it, because I think the Olympics are still going on, we're dominating like we always do. We usually kind of dominate when it comes to, at least from what I remember, we dominate medals wise. I think we got right now, when I checked, we had like 61 medals total, mainly silver and bronze. That's not a bad thing either. I think sometimes people put too much extra on gold. It's like if we're medaling out here, that's what matters the most. I think I checked, and China was first with gold medals, and we were second. So we're still up there. Like, we still have a chance to, I think, win first place in gold medals, which I think we can kind of come out with. We still got, I think, Simone Biles might actually have another event or two. I'm not sure. Confident that she'll take gold. Sha'Carri Richardson, she didn't take a gold. She took silver, which is great. I think this is her first Olympics. There's a lot of pressure in the Olympics. I'm glad she medaled in general. That's just me personally. It's crazy. And I think the Jamaican team, I think they pulled out of the 100 or something like that. I don't know. I still don't know why that is. But yeah, they end up pulling out of the race, I believe. But Sha'Carri got second. I think the girl from Sierra Leone, I forgot, Sri Lanka or Sierra Leone, I forgot. She ended up getting first place. And Sha'Carri, when she was getting in the heat, like the qualifying heat, she jogged that bitch. Like she jogged and won. So it looked like she kind of like got out of the break slow, and that's probably, she just never fully recovered. But salute to her. Congrats to her for winning her first medal. She got multiple Olympics to come after this. She's still young in the game. I think she's a beast out there. And I think gold is in her future. That's the hard part about when you do one event, right? Especially like if you run track and you only do one event, it's like you spent like 4 years plus preparing for this moment. And if you don't get it, it's like you might feel like you're a failure, and you're not. You know what I'm saying? You made it to the Olympics. That's number one. That's already in itself not a failure. But of course, you want to go there when you're a real competitor. You want to win. You want to win gold. And so when you go out there and put your all into it, and it's like, damn, you didn't medal at all, or you didn't win what you set out to win, you feel like a little bit defeated. So I hope she doesn't feel defeated in that. I hope she feels like, still a champion. I think she, like I said, she has gold in her future. I see the U.S. Men's basketball team winning gold. I think too are the mixed relay. I think I like the mixed relay thing. I think it's 2 men, 2 women to each team, and they compete against each other. I think it's crazy because America won. They broke the world record, I believe. I think it's the world record. They broke the world record in the qualifying heat, but then they got second place. That was either to Sierra Leone or Sri Lanka. I forgot. But they lost in that, which is crazy to break the record, and then the second go around you don't win, and the people that beat you didn't break your record. Like, it's like, that's how track is, man. It's like, I didn't run track, but I had homies that ran track, and it's like, yo, you can PR, and then to just to qualify, and then when it's time to actually for the main race, you lose. Like, you don't even get your PR again. It's just, that's what happens, man. And I think it was kind of like it was raining out there too, I think. So that, I'm sure that plays a part in it with weather when it comes to track and field. But yeah, second place in silver medals in both of those. Simone Biles, I think she's already got a few gold medals in gymnastics. I think Women are medaling in the gymnastics. I think the men are got a couple of bronze, and I think Simone got 2 golds, and then another girl, I forgot her name. Forgive me for that, but she ended up getting a gold too. And yeah, just it's dope to see. I mean, Olympic time is always fun. I ain't gonna lie. I be tapping into the highlights. I ain't gonna sit here in front like I'm sitting down watching the Olympics. That's mainly been me for most Olympics for the most part. Like, there was times like when you find out about a Simone Biles, when you find out who she is, or a Gabby Douglas or whatever, you got to find out who they are, and you go like, damn, like, I want to watch and see, since they're considered these uh um super talented young girls. You're like, yo, I want to see how great they are, and then you end up watching, some of their events. But I was mainly just watching basketball. Like when it came to USA, anything sports like that, I was mainly watching just hoops, and that's really it. I wasn't never really tuned into anything else. So, I haven't even been watching hoops this time around like that, which kind of sucks for me. But I have faith in us. I'm probably gonna tune in the next few games, and I see us easily taking gold. I know we had some close ones here and there, but I think LeBron's been in dog mode. He's been in straight beast mode and getting it done. So I ain't really worried about USA basketball. I know we didn't win the shooting, the gun, whatever the gun Olympic thing is with the gun event. We didn't win that, which is, what's the point, man? What's the point of having all these damn guns and all this stuff like that? Where you at, South? I'm expecting somebody from Texas to take it, baby. Y'all talk about the guns all the time. Y'all complain about how we need our goddamn guns, baby. I don't care about nothing else. We don't care about abortion. We don't care about these children. We don't care about black rights. But these goddamn guns we care about. And y'all went out there and got y'all ass whooped. America. God damn it, man. What else in the Olympics? What else has been going on in the Olympics? We had, that's the thing. When you have a lot of competitors out there, you have a lot of people that are like great at what they do. It gets very competitive. I think I saw something about like Anthony Edwards talking about he'll beat, the Olympic girls in table tennis. It's like, shut your ass up, man. It's a different game, bro. When you watch them play table tennis, it's a whole different ball game out there, bro. I know you're not playing at that level, man or woman. I know you not playing at that level. So just I understand for face value, you're trying to be like, well, because I'm a competitor. It's just like, all right, man. It's not shut up and dribble, but it's kind of like in this particular case, they're all at the Olympics for a reason in their particular sport. Because they're great at it. Not good, not okay. They are great at it. So I got my money on the ladies that you challenge, bro. They whooping your ass. It ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And speaking of like when I know there was an issue in one of the fighting sports, a lot of people had misgendered a lady out there. They thought she was a man because it came out that somebody's, I don't know, I think some false article. That's the thing about false news nowadays. Motherfuckers is putting out so much shit on the internet. You don't know what's real anymore. AI stuff, they're altering photos and stuff like that. And it came out that this young lady who's actually a woman, they were saying that she was a man because, she's not the best looking. If we're being honest, like she's not the most visually looking person in a sense where you can tell where she has a lot of feminine attributes in her face. You know what I'm saying? And, y'all might get on me for that, but, that's just the truth. That's why a lot of people clearly misgendered her and thought she was, fighting as a man. Everybody was trying to say she was a man beating up a woman. It's like, turns out she was just a fucking beast. She was just beating the dog shit out of women as a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's all she was doing. Like, she's just a pro at her sport. Can you imagine? I know she's probably feeling a little bit insulted. I don't know if she's actually made comments herself yet. But some people might take that as an insult, right? That she's, man, she's out here. She must be a dude the way she's doing it. That's actually a compliment. You whooping women's ass so bad in these fighting sports that, in combat sports, that they think you a man. They think you are a dude putting hands on women because you are beating the brakes so bad on women in the Olympics. That's a compliment. In all honesty, she has to wear that with a badge of honor, dog, because If somebody was telling me, yo, man, you sure your daughter's a woman? The way she beating these women, but I don't know, man. I'm like, nah, she's born a woman. She's a biological woman. Oh shit, damn, for real? That shows you, bro. She dudes might not want that problem either with her. That's what that look like to be. That shows me that she might have them hands. Like I haven't seen any video of it yet. But the fact that she's beating these chicks up this bad and people were sitting there, that gotta be a dude. That gotta be a man. Ain't no way ain't no way that's not a man. That was a boy, Damon. You was a boy. That shows you she got power. And in all honesty, that's what you kind of want to see. That's what we want to see in a lot of times when men comes to women's sports, a lot of times we want to see that pure dominance. And I think that's what happens is like we like to see the physicality of sports. We like to see a little bit of barbaricness. And I know that's not probably a word, but we like to see that, and especially in combat sports. You know, and I would say in women's combat sports, you kind of see that, right? You see women getting dog walked, getting completely knocked out, slept. They out there stiff as a board. So that's kind of what you want to see in your aggressive sports like that. It's just like she's bringing it. And I think I don't know if she turns pro, especially if she comes out here to America, they're gonna exploit her. But I hope she just gets the bag with it. Make sure she gets the bag. Now to keep it in the Olympic realm, Simone Biles is out here, like I said, taking gold, whooping ass like she always does. You know, they out here, they all just saying it's pretty much too easy for her. You know, is she really even trying? It's like, I'm sure she is. I'm sure she's actually trying because, she put her heart and soul into this for this Olympics. This might be her last Olympics. She might go for one more. But, a lot of times when they start getting to a certain age, it's just like they can't do it. I think Gabby Douglas tried to qualify around too, and she's older. It's just like it's tougher. I think age plays a part, especially when it comes to gymnastics and size. But Simone Biles out there winning, and who was out there? Simone Biles' husband. That's what the internet calls this man. Simone Biles' husband, aka Jonathan Owens. He was out there with a Simone Biles shirt, supporting his wife, and some controversy came up because he was wearing Simone Biles' gold medal after she won it, and a couple of creators, specifically one creator, I forgot her name, and I don't even want to give her super clout like that when it comes to like naming her, but like essentially her goofy ass went off and said some stupid shit. She out there saying, "Take off the medal, Jonathan. Take off the medal, Simone Biles' husband. You didn't earn that. Oh, now you want to talk about the prize and who is? Oh my gosh, y'all still on this? Who's the prize shit with Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens? Y'all still on this? Simone Biles literally had to go in the comment section of this woman's post, specifically of that woman's post, and say, "Hey, like y'all are just losers at this point. Y'all are lame for this. Leave us alone. All right? Are y'all this bad and sick in the head with it?" Like, I'm paraphrasing what she's saying right now, but essentially, in more words than not, she's saying pretty much leave us alone, bro. Like, and plus, she said in there, my whole family was taking pictures with my medal on. That's what you do. Nobody said anything to LeBron James. Nobody said anything to Savannah James if she's holding up an MVP trophy or a championship trophy, saying, "Put the trophy down, Savannah. You didn't earn that." Nobody's saying that. Y'all sit there and be like, "It's because of her," right? Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union, same thing. She's holding up his trophies, wearing his rings, sticking her tongue out. Yeah, it's all good. Steph Curry with Aisha Curry. Damn, I'm messed that all up. But you know what I mean? Aisha Curry. Y'all got on her about other stuff, but she's sitting there holding her man trophy. Y'all didn't get mad at her holding her man's championship trophies and rings and stuff like that. Y'all didn't get mad at them. Y'all legit champion the women for doing that. Y'all actually say it's the women's reason why the man was even able to win that thing, because she was there supporting. She held the household down. She took care of the children. She was the reason why he's able to even go practice for that long. Y'all give them all the credit, and this is why I get upset when it comes to like women, when it comes to like how women support each other. Like y'all, and this is why I kind of get upset about like how women kind of go about things. Some of y'all are too pro women. Like y'all are not realistic when it comes to women. Y'all flick each other's clit too much. Y'all be out there, yeah, it's all about. Nah, man. In some cases, it is. I'm with the support, but y'all are hypocrites. You can't sit there and say that if a woman is doing this for her family and she's the reason why this man was able to win something, then when a man is out there supporting and doing the same thing on as the woman was doing, they don't give him any credit. I can't respect you for that opinion. You get zero respect from me for that because you're just a hypocrite. Your thing is about trying to shit on men and trying to dim men's light. I'm all about illuminating men and women's light. I'm not negative on either side. I'm pro both men and women. I want both of us to win. But y'all show y'all true colors about y'all don't fuck with men like that. Y'all don't. And even in that post with Jonathan Owens, there were so many people in that woman's comment section. They were agreeing. They're like, yo, look at Simone Biles' husband. And here's the thing. I'm all for the joke. As a comedian, a lot of times the joke comes first to me. So it's funny. I understand it. I think he even takes it as a joke. I think, he understands, right? But people are still mad. But even when people are trying to women are specifically trying to support him in a sense, they still kind of like throw shade at him, right? I saw a woman, like, she commented on that girl's post and she made a video about it and she was like, she's wrong for that. He's there, he's clapping for her. And, he took time out of, I think he put it in his contract actually to take time off training camp to go support her for the Olympics. Like that in itself shows you how much he's in. He didn't have to do that. I think for some people, I don't know how they negotiated his contract with that, but when you don't show up to training camp, you lose bread. And he's not a star player. Like, he's not the best safety in the league. You know what I'm saying? So he's still fighting for contracts out there. And for him to put that in his contract still to lose, possibly lose money in that situation because he wants to support his wife, that shows you how dope of a companion he is. So when y'all say stuff like that, that's just weird to me. But even in that, the girls that are supporting him are still saying, yeah, we support you, but I still didn't like what you said in that podcast. Like, did y'all even listen to what he said? I don't think y'all listened to the podcast. It was a Pivot podcast with Ryan Clark, Shannon, and Freaky Fred Taylor. Y'all didn't watch the podcast. I don't even think y'all really watched the clip. I think y'all saw something like on one of these blogs, these shade room sites or whatever the case may be, and they misquoted some shit, and y'all were like, what? Oh my gosh. And y'all went off. Y'all lost y'all damn mind. That's what happened. Because the things that y'all are angry about, he's not really saying. Y'all, I think, like, y'all are showing if y'all actually value men or not. Like, do y'all really value men? I don't think you do. Because if you value men, you understand that men that have value, because if you understand that, because if you do, you understand that men that have value know their value. Like, what he said on there, they said something about, like, the catch or whatever the case may be. And he was like, well, I always think men are the catch. And valuable men have always thought that valuable men are the catch. He's correct. Valuable men are the catch. They will never not be the catch. But that doesn't mean that women aren't also the catch. And that's what y'all heard. What y'all heard was a man saying that he's the catch. That means that the woman can't be the catch. And that's not the case at all. Those words did not come out of his mouth. He never said that Simone Biles is not the catch. But the way y'all responded, that's how y'all took it. Because y'all listen blindly. Like, y'all listen in a way to where y'all hear what y'all want to hear. Y'all pick certain words out. So he didn't even say that. Now, I think I think he didn't even say that. Now, I think part of the issue is that, Ryan and Shannon and everybody, Fred, they were kind of like egging it on a little bit, right? And they were kind of messing with him and saying like, oh, so you think you the catch, huh? Da, 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 da. And they kept poking with it. And Simone, she's at the interview. It's not like she wasn't there and couldn't defend herself. She's over there laughing. She's making faces like, oh, whatever. Like, she's having fun with it because she understands how valuable that man is. She understands how valuable it is to where she's the one that actually shot her shot. If you go back and watch, they met on like a I forgot what the app is called, but it's pretty much an app for either celebrities or people with a lot of money, right, or both, right? And in that app, essentially you can meet other celebrities. In there, a lot of people got upset too because he said he didn't know who she was. Now, I understand there's probably a slim chance, but there's a slim chance. And the way he explained it, I was like, I mean, there's a chance that he probably just kind of missed it. It's like, like I said, I don't necessarily tap into the Olympics until I start kind of seeing stuff unless it's basketball. So when people start putting people's name in there, when they start saying like, there's this girl, Simone Biles, she's killing it, then that might pop on my radar if I'm watching the Olympics or if I'm like floating through the channels at that point. But other than that, like, you can miss shit like that. So in that, they end up matching on the app. Now, it seems like he's saying that when he swiped, they match, and I think she was kind of saying when she swiped, they end up matching. So he ended up liking her first, or she liked him first. That's neither here nor there. The main thing is that he was like, when he matched with her, he was like, damn, man, like, I don't want to necessarily say anything yet, so I'm going to keep doing some workouts real quick. I'm going to go take a shower real quick. So he didn't say anything. Simone was like, yeah, forget all that, man. What's up with it? What's up? What's popping, daddy? She didn't say it in those words, of course. But she hinted like, she not aggressively, but she sternly said, hey, I shot my shot. Like, what's up? What's up with it? Like, how you doing? You look good. She wasn't playing around. She wasn't here to hesitate. She came at him because she knew what she wanted. And she says in the podcast, that's how you know she values him too. And she knows he is a catch, right? Because she said, I know what I want and I like what I want. So I went forward. I knew he was that. So she immediately went forward. That's one thing I respect. And you know what I realized? I think a lot of women that really have real money, that might even be in the vein of like, just they make a lot of money, or they and I might have said this before, or they might just be famous, right? They're not afraid to go after men. Like, they'll be like, they'll approach a man like, hey, how you doing? My name's such and such. What's your name? Can I buy you? Like, they might even buy a guy a drink. Like, they're not afraid to approach. I feel like that's really, I'm going to say it. I feel like not approaching a man is a broke woman thing. I think broke women that are just, I think broke women are afraid to approach women. I think broke women are afraid to approach men. Because when I see women with real money, they go after, it doesn't make any sense for a woman with real money to not go after a man, right? She goes after her goals, right? She goes after the job that she wants. She goes after other opportunities and other parts of her life that she wants. But for some reason, she's not going to go after the man that she wants. That doesn't even make really any sense. She's a go-getter. Like, go-getters in her makeup. So I'm just going off from what I've seen and from what I know from women that are legit go-getters. They don't play any games. And majority of women that are go-getters, in most cases, they are women with money. They're like, yo, what's up? How you doing? They're very confident in themselves. Confident women, too, they go after men. A lot of women that aren't confident in themselves, they also don't go after women. So broke women and women that don't have a lot of confidence don't go after men. And they don't got to be aggressively going after dudes like, what's up, daddy? You know what I'm saying? But, like, the women that I know have extreme confidence in themselves, a lot of times athletes, and I'll say that, too. I've seen a lot of women that are athletes, they will go after a guy. You know, the girls that came after me that played sports, whether it was in high school or college, whatever the case may be, they came in and they approached me like, hey, what's up? How you doing? My name's such and such. I like your eyes. Like, they'll come after me. So, and that was that, and it wasn't a whole bunch. I'm not sitting there saying like I was out here killing it like that with them, but like in a few instances that did happen. But I just have to say, in seeing, but I just have to say, in seeing how all this stuff with Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens has been transpiring, this shows me that y'all are just up, like, y'all hate yourselves. And this also shows me like, and this also shows me like, do you truly advocate for black love? Like y'all talk about y'all want black love, y'all talk about supporting black love, but y'all are trying to legit destroy a black marriage, not a black relationship, not two black people talking. Y'all are trying to destroy a black marriage from two people that are at least showing us how happy they are, showing us the love that they have for each other. The fact that she's had to come out multiple times and tell y'all to simmer down, hush up, shut your mouths. This is my husband. Respect that. The fact that she's had to do that on multiple occasions shows me that y'all don't truly love black love. Y'all wouldn't be praying for the downfall of two people like this. It's to the point where some of y'all are even turning y'all back on Simone Biles because she's defending her husband. This is her husband. If she don't defend him, who's going to defend him besides himself after that? I feel like a lot of y'all don't even think before y'all do stuff or post things like that. It's like if anybody was coming at your husband that way, you know for a fact you're going to defend him, right? If anybody was coming at you that way, you would want your husband to step in and to defend you, right? At some point, it was getting out of hand. I understand when you get to like a celebrity status, you let a lot of stuff roll off your back like that. But at a certain point in time, you be like, all right, this shit's getting out of hand, bro. Y'all doing too much, especially when it comes to big media outlets and people making real think pieces and saying, like, this is the truth. It's like, y'all don't even know what she's thinking. She's clearly happy with this man. She clearly knows this man's value. And if you are a multi-millionaire that made it into one of the hardest fields in America when it comes to sports, you made it, right? And you got multiple contracts at this particular point. And you wasn't like some first round, first picker or anything like that, right? That right there shows you how great you are and how valuable you are as a person, not just as a man, as a person. So stop thinking that because a man values himself, that means that he doesn't value women or that women are not valuable. I 100% value myself. I wasn't even in a financial space to be like, yo, I'm financially in this place because I wasn't when I met my wife. But I knew that I brought a whole bunch of other things to the table. And I knew 100% that I was a catch. Like, I never denied that. I knew for a fact that I was a catch and that I was valuable, even though I wasn't bringing the finances to the table like that yet. But when I met my wife, we went on our first date. I didn't look at her like she wasn't valuable and I was. I wasn't like, look who's the catch on the date. Like, cater to me. Like, when a man knows he's valuable, that doesn't mean that he just means you got to cater to him. It means like you gonna have to put some work in though, because there's other women out there that want him. You have to show that you want him also. That's what the value shows. The issue is that women are getting cocky in a sense where it's just like, I don't like that men are starting to value themselves because I should be the only prize on the table. It's like, that was never really the case, man. That was never really the case back in the day. Both men and women always knew their value. They both knew what they brought to the table. If you want to go back to our grandparents' days, women were like, most of them were homemakers, right? They knew that they had to show you their value at the home, how they can cook. The man usually showed you his value from a working standpoint, that he can provide. So what did the woman do? She knew how valuable this man was. She would make this man a plate of some food, of her favorite dish, of her best dish, or her best dessert, and she would bring it to this man's job in front of a bunch of other men. That's what they were doing back in the day, in front of a bunch of other men, and showing you, hey, this is how valuable I am. And I see how valuable you are. You're working hard. I want to make sure you have energy at work. And you know what all the other dudes did at that job? They sat there and they watched, like, hey, you better make an honest woman out of that lady right there. Or if you don't, I'm gonna do that. And that man was like, shoot, man, she can take care of her home, take care of her family, take care of me, and I can take care of her. And that's how you showed your value to each other back then. That was just back then. I know we live in a modern day and age, but there's similarities there. And ask yourself this: would you want to marry a man that doesn't value himself? Would you want to marry a man that doesn't see himself as the catch? You want to marry a loser? Is that what y'all saying? You want to marry a man with no confidence? Because that's what it is. A man with no confidence is going to think he's not a catch. And it seems like y'all want to marry a bunch of losers so you can run the relationship. Is that what it is? Because if that's the case, that's why you're not finding who y'all want. Y'all sit there and say that you want a man that's this high caliber, but he's not going to think of himself the way, like a loser, like that way. He's going to think of himself as very valuable. So I think that's why a lot of y'all are struggling to find relationships. The hypocrisy in your thinking and how you value and look at men is a struggle for you. You want a man that's way up here, but you're acting like a man shouldn't look at himself way up there. He has to. The only way a man gets to the place that y'all really be one man, this high value, quote unquote man, the only way he gets there is if he values himself. If he sees himself as a catch, if he sees himself as that dude, as that knuckle. If he doesn't, it's going to be rare that he ever gets to that spot. And it'd be real, you're not even going to want him there. If you want to be real, you're not even now going to want this man. You're not going to want this man down at this lower level over here. Y'all already don't want to date the average guy anyways. Y'all already shit on the average man. Now y'all don't want the average guy. All of a sudden, you want him to be a high value man with average and below average man thinking, or looks of how he looks at himself. This is why y'all struggling. It makes perfect sense why y'all can't find anybody. It makes perfect sense why y'all can't find anybody. It makes perfect sense why y'all can't find anybody. And I'm happy that you can't find anybody. I don't want you to dim somebody's light because you are insecure about yourself. Because a confident woman doesn't think that way. A confident woman that knows her value, she doesn't go in there saying a man is not valuable or he's not a catch. She would never say that. She wants her man to be like, we both catches. That's how we become a power couple. You can't become a power couple if one person is here, one person isn't. Both people have to have some type of power. They both have to have it. So I'm gonna sit here and say it, man. If you talk, so I'm gonna sit here and say it, man. If you are shitting, so I'm gonna sit here and say it, man. If you talking down and bad about Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens as a married couple, you are anti-black couples, man. You are anti-black marriage. You are anti-black love. You're all of the above, man. So if you've ever stated those things, you're anti, and you can't be trusted, and you can't be trusted. All right, you are considered a coon, in my eyes, anyways. You are upholding white supremacy. I'm getting on my pro-black shit right now. You're upholding the white man's logic of trying to break up the black household. But seriousness, yeah, you are. You are literally upholding white supremacy if you're trying to shit on a actual good black couple that love each other. You're just a weirdo at that point, and you can't be trusted. And here's why I think some of y'all are, and here's why I think some of y'all got so, and here's another reason why I think some of y'all got so angry about him saying that he's a catch. Y'all worship celebrities. Y'all look at some celebrities like they're a demigod. So even though Simone Biles has earned a certain status, y'all got so defensive. And I understand maybe the initial at first, because I think a lot of things got lost in translation. A lot of things got lost in context, especially when things get clipped and stuff like that. But that's why you got to always go back and look at the whole thing, and also look at how she's reacting to it, right? The fact that she's having fun with it. She clearly understands. She's a very intelligent girl. She knows what she's doing, right? And she chose this man. She wants to be with him. But y'all worship these celebrities so much that if anybody talks bad about them, if anybody says anything sinful against them, y'all like, oh, y'all lose y'all damn mind. And essentially, y'all cast him as the devil. Y'all literally was casting this man like he's the devil. Y'all wanted this man to lose everything. Y'all were calling him a loser. Y'all was sitting there saying like but he third string. It's like, first of all, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know what string he is. Y'all didn't know what team he played for. Y'all didn't know any of that. Y'all just made up a bunch of shit in y'all head because y'all got triggered and y'all didn't even realize that this man, he's not necessarily the best in his position. And I think they even said it on that in a particular podcast, a pivot. They was like, and she understands that too. And they told him that. They said, hey, man, she's better than you at what she does and you are what you do. And you know what he said? He was like, hey. He gave a you right answer. He was just like, hey, he didn't necessarily say it in his word, but he was like, he put his hands up like, hey, you right. Y'all essentially right. He knows that she is probably going to go down as the GOAT of all time, right? The greatest of all time in what she does as a gymnast. There's a very high possibility he's not going to go down as the greatest football player ever. It's not going to happen, right? And that's not even a shot at him. And he's probably not going to go down as one of the greatest safeties of all time either, right? But that doesn't diminish who he is and how valuable he is as a person. So y'all got to stop putting these celebrities on a pedestal. And it's weird because I feel like y'all put celebrities on a pedestal, but then y'all would turn y'all back and shit on a celebrity in a heartbeat. And y'all treat celebrities like complete trash. Like, it's like y'all put them on this high level and y'all put them on this demigod type level. But then there's also a space where y'all feel like y'all can say any and everything to a celebrity because it's like, well, they're a celebrity. They make millions of dollars, so they don't have feelings. Because they are a demigod. Like, gods don't have feelings in that way. It was like, remember, God himself said, hey, I'm a jealous God. I don't like when you be talking a certain way. You talk a little reckless. So in that, you got to understand and respect. Like, you just can't talk to people a certain way because they're celebrities, because they have millions of dollars. It's like, you gotta still respect that, especially if this woman's coming out like saying, hey, just chill, man. Chill the hell out. He didn't curse her. He ain't putting his hands on her. He ain't beating her. Like, I don't understand what the issue is. Because this man is wearing her shirt, supporting her. Like, you act like he never supported. That's the thing. You're acting like this man never supported her. That's the issue. I know I've been rambling about this for like 25 minutes or so, 30 minutes. But it was like heavy on my soul because I was just like, man, y'all really upset about this shit. She supports also. She done got Green Bay jackets or vests made by one of the greatest football team players' wives, because she was a 49er and she actually she's a 49ers wife, and she made the vest for Simone Biles, and that's the greatest team in the NFL, 49ers, baby. You know what it is, bang bang. But she made her like a vest or something like that, or a jacket at that time, and she wears his jersey. She don't wear like shirts with his name on it. That's what you do. You support each other. My wife supports me, bro. My wife, when we first started dating, I was already doing stand up for like, I forgot, like, I don't know, like the time, over 10 years at that time, 12 years. And my wife wanted to come to all my shows to support. Even still to this day. We've been together for 6 years now. My wife still wants to come to even the lowest of low shows, the shitty shows, the bar shows. She still wants to come to support those shows. And even when she doesn't come to the shows, right? Because sometimes I just tell her, like, don't come. Like, it's just like, I don't want you to have to get up, get dressed, get showered, right? And come to a bar show that 5 to 10 people might show up to. You know what I'm saying? Come to the bigger shows. When I know it's going to be a bigger crowd, when I know I'm at a comedy club and it's a good club to be at, come to those shows, or come to a show where I feel like I might need your support. But when you're a comedian, you're doing a bar show, you want to get in and get out, man. The shit is miserable. You just want to get out, come home. And in that, my wife, when she doesn't come and I come back home, she's still supportive. Damn near every time she's going to ask me, so how was your set? How'd you do? How'd you like the audience? Was you feeling like the jokes that you were doing? Did you try some new jokes tonight? Like, she's asking me questions. She's still in tune, right? And even if I come in the house and I wake her up, she's on the couch sleep, she'll be like, hey, how was the show? That's good, babe. I'm glad you had a good time. You kill it. Like, she still has my back. And that's what you do when you support somebody. And that's what I've realized. Y'all never had a support system before. Y'all dated a bunch of men that treated you like shit, and they never supported you. They never had your back, and you probably supported them. And in all honesty, that's partially your fault. the man was always a piece of shit. He was always selfish, and you got with him, and you thought that if you pour into this man's dreams, he'll pour back into you some type of way, and he never did. And now you hate all men for it. It's like, nah, man. It's a lot of great men out there. It's a lot of great women out there. I'm pro relationship. I like seeing dope couples. Right? If you want to be single, I'm not against that. But like when I see dope couples, I don't see anybody happier than people that's in a relationship when they're actually happy. Single people don't look as happy even when they're happy single. They don't look as happy as a happy couple. That's just my personal opinion from what I've seen. You know. So I don't know. I've been rambling about this for a minute at this particular point. But yeah, I mean, I think it's still good talks. But yeah, I think it was still good talks. You know, I don't even know. I feel like we're gonna end up circling back around to this in this episode still. But I'll try to move on for a second. Twitter, man, just Twitter, X, whatever it's being called now. I don't know what the fuck it is, but this shit is getting kind of out of hand right now, man. Like it used to be like they're throwing essentially porn in your face in all facets of Twitter now. Like you can't even get on Twitter. One day they made this shit now to where the For You page, right? I think I talked about before. But now when somebody posts a post, they'll just put something up like, hey man, finally. They'll put up a post about like fighting or something like that. Like, dang, man, this person just got knocked out. And then you click in the comments, right, or the replies of that, and it's just a bunch of women in there like, look at my booty hole. Look at my anus. You want to see these toes if you got a foot fetish? He got knocked off his feet. Well, while you're at it, look at my feet. That's what's in the replies now. You can't even see the replies in here because it's like they're flooding it with spam of like their OnlyFans page. And that's frustrating because that's frustrating because I know at one point, you know, you can like put a setting in there to where it wouldn't show you like explicit content when it comes to like just popping up on Twitter. But now if I'm just looking at a regular type of video or like a regular thing, like somebody just putting up a post that just goes viral about like, I don't know, the Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens thing and about how whatever's going on. And I click in the reply section of that, it's women out there or some spread eagle showing their titties. And it's like, yeah, man, it's like, of course, like it's a cool little glance, but like, dog, it's in every post right now. And it's like, bro, you're oversaturating the market. And when you oversaturate the market, man, it's just like this shit is like I don't even like getting on Twitter that much anymore because it's like I can't even scroll without getting looked at for some stuff. And luckily, like I said, my wife is very secure in herself. She don't be like, "What you looking at?" She understands. I think I'm pretty sure probably some of that stuff pops up in her fucking algorithm also. But it's like, dog, at this point, slow it the fuck down, Elon Musk. Do something, man. You're out here allowing a whole bunch of other shit, a bunch of other fake news and AI stuff going on. You got to fix this, bro. And on top of that, you got women on here putting up OnlyFans pages and they straight up AI. You look closely. It's AI titties, man. The areola look a little deformed. You know what I'm saying? The AI shit's getting out of control. Somebody put up a post on Twitter, and it was like, "Y'all don't want to see black women support Donald Trump." And it was like a picture of some bad black women, like professional, beautiful looking black women, and they all standing next to Trump. And I was like, "This looks a little odd." It just like I was just like, I don't see this being real because usually the black women that support Trump, they look a little Trump supporty, like they look like they support this man, right? Look a little rough in the face, look a little tethered. You know what I mean, right? These women look all beautiful. And then when you zoom in close, you zoom in a little close, you see the hands a little AI, a little extra fingered, right? A little weird. Donald Trump didn't even look fully real to me. I was like, oh, okay, this of course somebody doctored this. It's like this is not no bad shit's gonna stand next to Trump. Not publicly, anyways. They might take a little bit under the table, a little dollar to do a little freaky freak, but like, they, they ain't about to stand here out here and support this dude publicly like this. You crazy? They're not gonna do that. Not with Kamala running. They rather spread their ass for Kamala real quick. So come on, man. Dude, yeah, we gotta get this AI shit under control, man. Things have to be posted and say like, hey, this is an AI generated photo or this is an AI generated video. That has to be like some type of disclaimer in this stuff, at least as of right now, because the stuff is getting so good, people are getting fooled. Because people are in the comment section seeing like, look, black people support Trump. Look, women do support Trump. Black women support Trump. It's just like, bro, y'all made up a whole thing to essentially rage bait a bunch of people for this shit. So I don't know, man. About 30 minutes of content right now. Oh yeah. So I forgot that so I saw Deadpool Wolverine on Monday. Oh yeah, so I saw Deadpool Wolverine recently. Man, man, oh man, oh man. Ryan Reynolds gets it done. He knows what he's doing. I don't know how he's getting this done. I don't know how he's getting this stuff pushed forward, but damn it, Deadpool was a good movie, dog. Now, for those of you who haven't seen it, spoilers ahead, spoilers ahead, spoilers ahead. Get up out of here, all right? Because I'm about to say some stuff that y'all might not want to hear if you haven't already seen it online. But let's just jump into it, man. The opening scene, just in general, just the whole NSYNC bye 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 thing, and he's over there and he's essentially beating up the TVA people, and he got Logan's kind of like animanium bones, and he's just like sitting there flicking them and using them as weapons and stuff like that, killing everybody. That scene was just so far. That's how you open a movie. It's and I feel like Deadpool does a good job at opening the movies a good way. All the Deadpool movies. So the violence top tier, the comedy in there is just always top tier. It's a lot of white boy humor. A lot of white boy humor. And when I say white boy humor, that means it's gonna be a lot of like gay stuff in there. They're gonna be smacking ass, tapping dicks, talking about how like, yeah, my father's dick hole, and like that's just put it in my butt. Like there's just I don't know. I don't know for whatever reason. Why is that, white guys? Why do white guys like gay humor so much? Like, why is that like y'all go to when it comes to like humor? When y'all write comedies, when y'all do comedy, y'all always go to like, yeah, booty hole and and gay sex, and I was molested, and I sucked the peen every once in a while. Why do y'all always go to the gay stuff in that in y'all humor? In y'all movies, I just want to know from y'all, why, and then why do y'all think it's funny, right? Because sometimes it's funny here and there, but sometimes I'm like, all right, man, y'all doing too much. It's getting excessive. Like it's like at this particular point, you're trying to. I know you're trying to push buttons to a sense, but at this point in time, I feel like it's like, all right, nigga, it's getting boring. It's getting redundant at this point. So I want to know from y'all, from the white guys, why do y'all like gay humor so much? Why does that pucker your butthole in y'all words so much? Why do y'all? Let me know in the comment section, man. But yeah, a lot of stuff was going on. I think the cameos, bro, the top tier cameos. The fact that Ryan Reynolds was able to get all these cameos in here, and with the budget that he had, right? And I'm guaranteeing, I'm guessing that some of these people just did it off the strength of like they're just like, yo, you know, I don't know how they look at Ryan Reynolds. I'm guessing they hold him in high regards and some respect in the industry. So if he calls, and they probably see these movies and like, yo, this is a fun thing. But you know, he had one of the cameos that came in there that we saw was like when you see Chris Evans as Captain America. You know what I'm saying? When he pops on, you sitting like, oh snap, Captain America's in here. We're gonna have a moment with Captain America, and they pull up in the void or whatever the case may be. And he's like, yeah, come on. And then Deadpool's like, he's about to say, Avengers Unite or whatever. And then he's like, flame on, and it's like, oh crap. And it's he's the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four movies that were terrible movies. Absolutely brilliant. Because I pride myself on predicting stuff, right, and being like, this is about to happen. I was caught completely off guard, right? I wasn't expecting another cameo, probably one of my favorite cameos, the Blade cameo, of course. People were saying how Wesley Snipes and Ryan Reynolds, they didn't really get along too much, right? Understandable. And what they were going through at that time with Blade 3 or Blade Trinity or whatever, right? And so he ends up being in a movie. Great cameo, has a good moment. They talk about it like, yeah, I never liked you. Like, there's moments like that where just like, I'm sure you did. Like, you know, it's like, that's why I love Ryan Reynolds being able to bring it together. But I'll be honest with you, my favorite cameo out of the whole movie was Gambit. Gambit was my favorite damn cameo because that's my favorite character. I've been a Gambit fan since I was a kid. I want to cosplay Gambit. You know, like I said, if you know me and the characters that I normally the characters that I like get the women. If you talk about any character when it comes down to the anime characters that I like, from Trunks to Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia to Captain Levi, like those are all women getters. Gambit is also that also. The women love Remy. You know what I'm saying? Having Shannon Tatum play his version of Gambit because he was supposed to play Gambit in a movie that he was trying to get produced for a very long time, and it kept just getting scrapped and post and put back. The way they had him play it, I love how a lot of people, when this movie was coming out, the Gambit movie was supposed to come out or whatever, a lot of people didn't want Shannon Tatum to play it because it's like he's going to butcher the accent. He's going to be terrible at the accent. So Ryan Reynolds, this is why he's amazing at this. He pays attention to all of that shit, to all that fan service, to all the things that people say about certain things. He and his team, they pay close attention to that, and they put it in the movie because Shannon Tatum's accent was horribly hilarious throughout that whole movie. How about that? What I said, what I said, you're going to take a bite of my liquor? Like, it's like, what is he talking about? And I think at the time, my wife didn't know anything about like Shannon Tatum playing that character, right? So she's kind of like, why he's doing a terrible job acting? I was like, that's the game of it. It's supposed to. She's like, oh, okay, I get it now. And he was just butchering the accent. But then when he got active, when he was throwing them cards, that man got down. And I think right there, people thought, like, now we want to see a Shannon Tatum Gambit. Now, I'll be honest with you. I did think the only critique that I would have, and I'm sure the reason why this probably was a thing was because he's probably doing other movies at the time. And it might be a little bit different when he does his own version of the movie if he gets a chance to. But he was a little bulky. Like, he was hella buff to be Gambit. I know Gambit to be slender, you know, probably a little cut, but like he's a slender dude. Right, so I would want to see him slender up for that role, but other than that, the look was there, the hair was there. You know, it'll be interesting now to see if they keep playing with the accent to make Gambit's movie more comical if they ever do it like that way to bring it to the comedy side. But damn it, I was all in with this movie. This is and for me personally, this is one of my favorite of this cinematic universe, the Marvel universe, is the Deadpool 3 movie because. Funny as hell. Action was great. Hugh Jackman, great. All the Wolverines they had, all the variants of the Wolverine. When Mini Wolverine came out, dog, and he was like, "What's up, bub?" And he hopped down off the stool. I was like, they gave him the comic book accurate height. Henry Cavill. They had him playing one of the Wolverines because there's rumored that he would play a Wolverine, or the people wanted him to play Wolverine going forward. And you know, they had him play one of the Wolverines. You know what I'm saying? It's like. That's how you do it. You listen to the people, and that's why I think the Deadpool movies have always exceeded what their budget is by far. Because they actually listen to what the fans say and they give the fans what they want. A lot of times, the reason why some of these movies end up tanking or don't do that well, right? The studios want to change so much stuff. They want to change so much stuff. I feel like Ryan Reynolds and I feel like Ryan Coogler, the Ryans, they have done the best job at when it comes to essentially doing these movies, making things closely accurate, and not letting the studio seemingly infiltrate what the movie is supposed to be, and essentially how the movie is, right? So that's why I salute to Ryan Reynolds. The Deadpool, all the Deadpools at the end of the movie. He had his son. I think he had his children in there. He had his baby in there. I think he had his daughter in there. I think he had his wife voice over Lady Pool. I think Matthew McConaughey was the cowboy Deadpool. There was just so many cameos in there that I think people still probably even haven't gotten and they missed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean overall, I'm probably gonna go watch it again. If you haven't watched it, it's a double watch, man. It's 2 hours, but I didn't feel that 2 hours. And when I don't feel a 2 hour movie, I'm always down to watch it again. Like I said, I watched Black Panther, the first one, I think in theaters legit 5 times. Watched it in 3D, watched it in 4K, watched it in IMAX, watched it in regular, and just watched it just to watch it again. So I might even see if Deadpool's playing somewhere in 4K or 4D somewhere and try to watch it in 4D and then just get that experience. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, let me know if y'all saw Deadpool and let me know what y'all rated Deadpool out of, I don't know, out of a 9,000. That was always my score with animation. So let's bring it over here, man. Out of a 9,000, you know what I'm saying? If you know the Vegeta saying from Dragon Ball Z, rated out of a 9,000, I would give Deadpool 3 a strong, I give it a strong 8,000, 7,900 to an 8,000 in my personal opinion. Right, it's hard for me to give something a clear 9,000 because it has to be like just 100% flawless. But this movie's up there. That's an that's an A right there for sure. An A. It's a sure must watch. It's a sure recommendation. So go watch Deadpool 3 if you haven't seen it. I'm gonna go watch it again. And yeah, man, shit. Yeah. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section out of a 9,000. And I thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Hey, I'm Just a Fan. See you on the next one. Peace.